Give it a look at Caspa. I guess the news of the week is Mantra. Huh? Boy, oh boy, wait that thing tank, right? Let's take a quick look at that chart. I just read an article. It says the head honcho there, Mantra, is trying to say that blaming it on mislabeled wallets or some stuff there. Well, anyway, one of the exchanges did an investigation, and it turned out it says that the wallets, there were some wallets, were several wallets that were coordinated, and looking like they coordinated buys and sells, or so it looks like possibly an inside job there. And I'm sorry to anybody that held this thing. That's a shame. It says within hours it went from 650 down to around 50 cents. So that's terrible to see. I feel really bad. Anybody out there holding this thing, it obviously was looking good. Had a fallen wedge going here. Looked like a pop out the top, and then this happens. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll see what happens. The CEO of Mantra says, "Oh, we have things under control," and but today it is up the most. Right now it's up 40.43% at 83.75. We're actually looking to long this over in Discord. Ended up taking a short. This move right here. Didn't come the whole way down, but got 49% on this move right here. Was looking for a lot more than that. The measured move of this would have put it down here, but ended up running back up and popping out the top. So now we're looking to get in on the pullback right here on the 5 minute. That's doing an ABC. Looking for the 1 hour pullback, which should put it down here. Have an alarm set for this thing, but I put it out in Discord right around 82 cents. And we're going to long it from there. On the hourly, that would be a 50% retracement. And you can see here, you dig in on the lower time frames, you can see a lot of stuff going on right in here. That's on the 5 minute chart, but if you go out to the the 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see 5 there. And then if you go to the hourly, but you would do this backwards that I'm doing it. On the hourly, you can see a pullback to here so far. Well, that ABC is going to put it, 50% retrace right down to here, right about where that alarm's set, and that's where we're looking to long this thing. See what happens here with it, but looking like it's still wanting to head up. So maybe get a little bit of relief there. Hopefully, everybody does. So you can probably hear that wind in the background. I apologize. Starting to come down here pretty good now. We're having spring, and then we're like in a mix every day here. It seems it gets up to 50 degrees, and then within a couple hours it'll plummet. Back down into the high 30s or 40s, and it's just been up and down. That's what you get for living in northeast, or I should say north central Pennsylvania. Oh, there goes my good deal. So if you're looking to join us, guys, and trade, leverage trade, sign up for a level 3 membership, and that gets you a link to our Discord, and also 10 hours of videos to teach how to start charting. We have about 175 members over there, so it's $15 if you want to sign up. We would love to have you. Right? We'll just that Mantra trade right there. Looking for some possible big gains here, but Caspa, this is the price area we were looking for, right? This blue patch, we came up and ended up hitting it. Looking like this thing's going to do another wave on the daily. Looks like a 4th wave pullback here. All right, so we take a look at that daily RSI rolling over here. Okay, probably got a buy signal here on. I downloaded this a while ago. This Lorenzian classification close, right? It's taken 21 trades on the daily on Caspa. It's 114 of them. So when it gives you a buy signal, it's, you know, has a 66.7% win rate. I kind of like to try to use it with my own trades, right? So if I'm looking to go long on something, you know, if I get a buy here along with my look at it, you know, it gives me kind of double clarification that maybe I'm looking at the right thing. But you run all different time zones here on the 1 hour. See, it called for a short here, and it was right. Called for a long over here. You know, on the 1 hour, it's given 54 trades. It's won 75.9% of them. So pretty decent free. I think I have the upgraded version of TradingView, so maybe it's not free, but there it is up here if you want to go check it out. Lorenzian classification close, right? So like I said, if you use it along with your outlook, you know, keep it off until you're looking at your own trade. You know, you can turn it off right there and turn it on, but I like to keep it on. Just you know, gives me, like I said, if I'm looking at possibly a long and I turn that on, it's a long, and I'm thinking, well, geez, maybe it is. Maybe it's going to be a decent trade. But anyway, over on you know, even a 15-minute, it goes all the way down through. I'm not getting anything for showing this or anything. I just thought, I have it on the screen once in a while, so I thought to just tell you what it was. But anyway, Caspa on the 4 hour. Let's see here. Gonna get a pullback, right? Fourth wave. You'd expect. Let's put a fib on this thing. Got the end of wave 2 right here. So we'll be looking 50% probably, roughly. You know, maybe down around 6.9, somewhere right around there. Probably that's right on good support there too. Looking at that right through here, it's 50% retracement. That's an area of interest. You know, I would be looking for a bounce, possibly right around this. You know, right through this area. We'll see what happens here, but right around that 6.9 to 6.6 zone, 50%, 6.18. You know, I'd be looking for a retracement to there and then push up. You know, and if we get that, say pulls back to that area, then we get that push up, you know, it'd be back over 8 cents, which would be great to see, right? For sure. Take a look at, oh yeah, weeks. There's a link, link in the description of the video for weeks if you want to try it. It's like a leverage trading site. A lot of us over there on Discord use it. If you do sign up, please use the link in the description of the video. It helps the channel out. But if you're looking for a great leverage trading site, there's a link over there for you to go check it out. I like it. They have a lot. It's set up like all the other ones basically, you know, except they have a thing on there now for you get entries in for a Ferrari. That's new. It's pretty cool. So I don't know if it's every trade you do or not. I haven't really read into it a whole lot. I just jumped on there and started trading today. I didn't read it. But OM, there it is, up 41%. The biggest gainer for the day. Look at the last week. Yeah, it looks a lot better, right? Look at Caspa. 24-hour volume, 73.85 million. Market cap, 1.95 billion. Up 4 spots to number 42. Up 23.5% for the week. Nice. That's what we want to see right there. Right for the month. Up 1.9%. So at least we're in the green here. It looks a lot better. You know, looks like we hit that bottom back here down at 5.7. I'd be pretty confident in saying that, especially if it takes out, which it should on this next move, this high over here. You know, at 8.39. We get that pullback. Get that push. Let's see. You know, so we get the 50% pullback and put us up close to it. You know, if not right with it there. So it should put us up over 8 cents again. You know, within the next few days, I would imagine this will push up. This is a daily chart here. Like I said, that RSI is heading down. 12-hour, yeah, rolling over. Yeah, expect some downward movement here. 8-hour, yeah, still rolling over. You had bearish divergence there. You know, calling for this pullback. The 4 hours trying to turn back up. Might ABC in here. You know, might get a pushback. back up here, and then finally roll over. Oops, that's A, B, C, D, E, but something. Might get an A, then a push up, B, and then finally a C wave down here. Something like that. We'll see what happens with it, but might be why the 4 is turning up, might get a push back up and then roll back over. Anyway, let's head over here, take a quick look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at the Block Explorer also and see if anything's going on. Bitcoin, we ended up coming up through our target area. We had this blue area right here as an area for Bitcoin to get up through. It did 83 to 83.7. Got up through there, took out the top side of this wedge. Okay, we were talking about that, and that is very good news. As you can see, this was resistance. Let's get this big up here so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. This was resistance all down through here, right? Double bottom bounce, beautiful. Broke back up through the top of the wedge, and now it's pulling back for a just a retest or something here. Got 5 waves in there on the daily. You can see that pretty clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right up through here. So that looks very good. The daily RSI rolling over. You're going to get a pullback here for maybe the next day or next, I don't know how many, depends on how deep this correction goes. It's going to end up somewhere down through here. I come back and retest this line now as support. If we come out on a daily, you were looking for, let's see, a pullback off that daily. Yeah, it could end up down in 82,000. That's a 382 down, down in here. Let's move this box down here, probably somewhere right down in here. Then get a bounce up out of here. And the 5th wave on, well, no, we got this 5th wave be restarting here, more like a new set of waves. Looking for Bitcoin to get up towards this, up here, 96 to 99, and like I said, that's going to tell the big story here, right? We got that weekly still looking good, the monthly turning back up, but that this blue box up here, that's going to tell everything. That'll be the whole story right there. Either a breakthrough, that's 618702, either a breakthrough and up to 130, or a ABC correction possibly inside here. We'll know. We should make it up there. Okay, it should definitely get up into that area. Let's take a look at FYI. Please hit that like and subscribe, guys, and like I said, if you're interested in the level 3, please, it supports the channel a lot. Please go check it out. Come join us in Discord and come trade with us. And go sign up for weeks. You'll like it. Give it a shot anyway. At least it's no KYC if you don't want to. Any of that stuff. You can leverage trade up to 300x leverage. If you like your leverage, weeks is definitely a good place for you. Let's see what's going on here. Let's load up, reload. Let's hit reload. Maybe I didn't, when I opened it, it didn't open fully before I opened up the other pages. There we go. Yeah, alright. Let's take a look at this here. Let's go over to the big wallets, top addresses. See what's going on with the whales. The whales and what? One Aquaman? Do we still have one Aquaman? Yes or no? Yes, we do. That was an exchange, right? We looked at that. We looked it up. Ended up being an exchange that's holding 19 humpbacks. Last 30 days were -1. Last 7 days we're down 3 whales. Wow, that's kind of shocking there, to be honest with you. I definitely see the price heading up, not coming down. Plus 8 sharks the last 7 days. Last 24 hours we've added 23 dolphins. That's 100,000 to a million. That's a good size wallet. Hold 100,000 Caspa, good for you. That's not 10,000 even. It's a decent wallet for sure. You don't have to you don't have to be rich in this game, right? If you hold whatever, 10, 20 tokens, 10,000 of each of them, and You know, when I first got in 2020, I didn't. You know, it's what I did when I was, you know, working, and any extra money I threw it towards crypto, and that's how I built my wallet up. You know, most people don't have just 50 grand to throw down on crypto, or 20 or 10 or 1,000 even. You know, you gotta to chunk away at it. 50 bucks here, 20 bucks there, 100 bucks here, whatever you can afford, you know, and then build your wallet up. But anyway, plus 23 Dolphins. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the, believe, yeah, Mexi is that Aquaman. Um, what do we got? One, boy, they don't want to go below that, do they? That 1 billion tokens. $78 million they hold, Mexi. They bought, what, 2.8 million. They're plus 2.8 million in the last 24 hours. That's pretty. This wallet's down 5 million. 5 million Caspa. They hold $500 million though. That's Gate, Uphold. I wonder if this is Caspa right here. 695 million. That's $52 million wallet. It goes right down through. There's more exchanges. But I think things are looking up, guys. I really do. Bitcoin dominance, it's still, you know, teetering, man. It's right up at that 702. It's right where we want it, for sure. You know, well, I guess we don't really, we want it rolling over, but it's right there, right? I mean, it's at that point we've talked about. Look at this on the weekly. You know, you can count the wave count out. You know, here it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And is that it? Or does this wick come into play? That's what I've been questioning, right? This is right up at a 702, so I kind of doubt that wick is going to come in play. I think the closing candles here are what really is what matters. And if that's the case, you know, this thing is going past the 1618 here, 63% roughly. You know, it's up at 63.84. That's right at a 702 retracement level, you know, right where it should start to start rolling over here on the daily. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like this fifth wave is just finishing up here. That daily RSI right at the very top, bearish divergence, lower highs over here. The 12-hour starting to roll over. You know, it's right there. This could be it. This could be the top of it. You know, I think it has just a little bit. I think it might head to that 64.5, 64.48. I think that's going to be the blow off here of the dominance. I think once it gets up here, we're going to send an alarm up here. I honestly think that that's it. I think it's going to start rolling over from there. Or alt season could start as soon as this thing tops. It starts rolling over. You know, you might see the altcoins just start ticking away. You know what I mean? You're going to have your ones that take off and just start breaking and taking off. But it's going to be fun, guys. It's coming. Definitely coming. All right, thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you next video, guys. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm sorry out there, all you mantra holders, but hey, we're gonna make some money soon. So come over and join us in Discord, trade with us. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.